Okay, I don't know what could possibly. Please let me know if this is better, Mr. Charles.
Mrs. Emma, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Please tell me you can hear me, Mr. Charles.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Thank you for being the bearer of good news, Mr. Charles. Thank you very much. I hope every other person can hear me. Oh, it's better. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Mr. Charles, welcome to the broadcast. How are you doing? Good morning.
Very well, and you? As usual, good evening from here. We are very well.
All right, Mr. Charles. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Please mute your mic and I'll come back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's good that we can all hear each other now. Welcome again to the broadcast. So I will say, please let's do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing, inviting someone, and also in the comment section to the right, there is a dollar sign there for you. That's the channel. This is a place where you get to support us. Guys, please support us. It costs a whole lot. I know I feel like a broken record saying this over and over again, but please do the needful by supporting us. This is an appeal. Of course, this is me appealing to support us so we can run, smooth, seamless um, broadcast. Yes, please. So please do the needful and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, now will be a good time for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And to the panelists coming into the studio, please, I beg of you, please take out just a second to like the broadcast just before you come into the studio. Please do so. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, how are you doing? Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy, lovely to have you on the broadcast today. Have you
Thank
settled
you.
in already, Mr. Kennedy?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, I was asking, have you settled in already?
The network is not friendly.
Okay, welcome to Nigeria, Mr. Kennedy. All right.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you.
all right, no problem. Please put your mic on mute, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you. Now, to every other person, please let's do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing the broadcast, inviting someone on here, and also do not forget to support us. Guys, you need to turn on your notification bell if you haven't done so. Yes, yes, we need to turn on your notification bell ASAP. You can do that while even watching. So please, let's do that. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Um, Bella Naomi, hi, how you doing? Good morning to you, ma'am. Good morning. Pansas HD, good morning to you, sir. Good to have you. Mark Irabo, good morning to you too. I wish you a lovely, lovely, lovely day. All right, Mr. Idolite, it's good to know you can. How you doing, Mr. Idolite? Good morning to you, sir. It's good to have you here. Pansas HD, you really bypassed me to give all that compliment to Naomi Bella, right? Okay, I'll be right here waiting for you, Mr. Pansat. To Mommy Diaspora, beautiful morning. Top of the morning to you, Mama. How you doing today? All right, good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Osagbovo. Hi, Osagbovo. How you doing, my brother? How you doing? Lovely, lovely to have you here today. Cheers to life, cheers to life. Father, evangelist, man of God, I say amen to all of your prayers and thank you for being here. Iye Noje, how are you doing? Good day to you, ma, and thank you for being here. Thank you very much. All right, we need to jump in. We need to just begin already. Hi, Faith. Cash, how are you doing? Thank you. There goes my compliments. Thank you. Nami Bella, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. From Niger Watch Family, good morning to you. To Merrick Imade, how are you doing? Good morning. Good to have you here. Yes, my people, come on out. Come on. It's good to see each and every one of you. Yes, it's really good to see each and every one of you. Cheers to life, my people. Cheers to life. Good morning once again, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, we will jump right into the business of the day. Our first paper is The Punch. Okay, on The Punch, we have UK meeting, more like the big brother as someone, some people to settle their dispute. I mean, PDP worries over WIKE, National Working Committee meets governorship candidates. WIKE making PDP's efforts to liberate Nigerians difficult, says Board of Trustees member. Events worrisome. WIKE's interest cannot supersede parties. And that's for McAfee, chairman. When WIKE speaks, Rivers people listen. Aides replies ex-governor Lamido. All right. Please put your mic on mute as you're coming into the broadcast so we don't have interference or noise. Thank you very much. Discos racked in 777 billion naira from 10.2 million electricity consumers. Don't elect incompetent leaders, Sanusi tells Nigerians. When I picked up the story, I checked out for reaction and somebody said, kettle calling pot black. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, please let me know. Forex inflows dropped 17% to $6.6 billion. OML 128, Shell, ExxonMobil, and lawsuits against NNPC. Wadume military panel clears 10 soldiers, Balara Bay promoted. Well, only in Nigeria. And here in the picture, we have there's this what Sambolu is doing, the food storage that can take 1,500 containers daily for food storage. This is good. Someone is, doing some. Okay, you guys don't roast me again, but you guys, come on. Someone is doing something, and it's quite remarkable. So please allow me to applaud him. He's doing. This is going to be a really, really, really good move if he is able to pull through, and the state is being able to manage it as planned. As planned. Strike. No end in sight. Strike. State varsities insist. Lagos lawyer arranged for trafficking 11-year-old girl. Lagos logistics hub to boost 5 trillion naira food markets. And the Lagos logistics hub is just what I just talked about. That's what Sanwo-Olu is cooking up with his team. And yes, this Lagos lawyer, a female Lagos lawyer, has been arraigned for trafficking 11-year-old girl. Now, what they term as trafficking, it's amazing that if everyone
Auntie,
gets
Auntie, Emma,
to,
Auntie Emma, your network is not friendly today. Is there any problem?
it's the network. I'm sorry. Okay, so
Is it okay now?
well, I can hear you, so I don't know I don't know the feedback you are getting at your hand. So you would let me know if it is okay now, Mr. Kennedy.
I think I'm hearing you well.
But I think
Okay.
it's from his own side. It's clear.
Well, welcome to Nigeria, Mr. Kennedy. I don't know what else to say. Okay, let me continue with the story, please. Okay, so this what they term as human trafficking here. Then I think each and every one of us needs to get schooled on this because I think we kind of all do this. You know how they bring somebody from you for the purpose of this, and you don't go through legal means, and now that is a crime. That's called human trafficking. Many of us never knew that. You know how somebody will bring somebody. Okay, so that is what this woman. That is her offense, and she has other counts like endangering the life of this young girl and beating her. The girl has she has this mark to close to her eyes. So many. You know how this house help thing goes with their madam. Some people can be very, very inhuman, and it's good that the law has caught up with her. probably others would take redress on how they treat their help and how they get their help also. All right, strike, no end in sight. State versus I don't know how many people saw the viral video yesterday of what happened in Unilag when the state versus came and said we are in this together. You can't suspend strike and not think that you should involve us. Let us know. We shouldn't know out there. We've been doing this with you. We've been loyal. We've been together. You can't just we work together. So they felt sidelined and cheated out of the agreement, or disregarded. I think so because there was so much fumes, and from reactions from then there is the house super that I said ASU might call my let the strike go on indefinitely. And I was talking to someone about this, and it was like, is this not an indefinite strike already? It's almost 7 months, and they're just talking about indefinite. So the ones that we have been doing, what is it called? And the students are like, see, they're tired. Every time ASU is doing this, I for one spoke with someone who's saying really frustrated. Like, see, I'm going to be 32 and I've been in school for how many years? They keep doing this. I'm just about to round up with my IT and leave. And now this is happening. They should just go and sell, in his words. He said they should just go and sell to federal universities, turn it to farm and share the money between the lecturers and the students because everybody has tried and has invested in this thing. So they feel like they feel like they should have, a portion of this. Well, honestly, the students themselves are they're tired. Yeah, they're tired. They're tired. They're tired. Indeed, indeed. Someone starts school and they start school at this age, and you just have to, man, ASU, you guys need to do better. You guys need to do better. Okay, there are increasing fears in the People's Democratic Party that the crisis between its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and the Rivers State Governor, Nyeso Wike, may affect its chances in the 2023 presidential election. I know some of you just want me to skip right past this news and go on to something else, but guys, it's in the news. We have to talk about it. The party leaders who spoke to the Punch in separate interviews on Wednesday expressed concern about the growing relationship between Wike and influential members of the All Progressive Congress, describing the development as worrisome. Well, the arrangement between Wike, the unspoken arrangement between Wike and Tinubu, or and PDP generally, or an APC, excuse me, an APC generally does not sit well with people of PDP. Atiku, as according to the news, has taken himself to London to go have a talk with Wike. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully, they will both come back to Nigeria together, hands in hands. I don't know. Hopefully, that happens. And this is Sanusi coming out to say that he said candidates' agenda should also be scrutinized so as to know what we are going into before we get into it. Now, he's just dropping 2 cents. Now, Bella. He's just dropping his 2 cents. And he's saying, before you vote for somebody, get their plans, right? Scrutinize them, get to know what they want to do, what they are bringing to the table. Don't just vote for anybody. Vote for competence this time around. Vote for competent leaders. It should not be business as usual, guys. What's the difference with this coming elections? Everyone just keeps saying vote for competent leader, vote for competent leader, vote for competent leader. And if our elders are speaking, then we have to listen twice. We have to listen twice. So, guys, please, 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 I am joining the Sanusi Lamido to say, please, let's vote for competent leaders. The people that are even warning us. By the time all these things will start, they will not feel the brunt of it. We are the ones that vote, so we better arise to occasion and do the needful. I will quickly move on to the next speaker, and that's Daily Trust. I won't support Atiku, others against Tinubu, and that's from Buhari. President will fail woefully if he contests again. That's from former VP, that's Atiku Abubakar. Voters, not your support, will determine winner. And that's from LP. Voters, not your support, will determine winner. So all of you clamoring, supporting Peter Obi, yeah, this is from his camp. So yeah, it's right I say this. So all of you supporting Peter Obi, he has come out to say, see, it is not your support that will make me win on that day. It is you actually coming out to vote, and that is the truth. Um, whoever you are voting for, whoever you are campaigning for, whoever you are supporting, your support, your clamoring, your campaigning, and all of these things is not what we count on that day. It is the vote. So let all of this not end with you sitting back at home or you not making effort to go and get your PVC. PVC is out and they are disbursing. So, don't just sit back and you have to do the job on that day. You have to go and vote on that day because that is what will count. Atiku meets WIKE in London today. Okay, let's hope that the big brother in London will be able to do what the men in Nigeria, the elders, the statesmen in PDP couldn't do. You know what they say when they go to London? Why we met IBB, Abdul Salami over Muslim ticket, and that's from Babachet. Disco's record 777 billion naira collection in first quarter fault restructuring. Days after NNPC parts, Shell authors begin process to end lawsuits. Federal Executive Committee okays 44 billion naira road project in Northeast as Yobe, Kebbi, Taraba gets 28 billion naira refund. FDMO's concessioning of Abuja Kaduna Rail's surveillance. Ministry NFF blame FIFA as Falconet stranded at Istanbul airport. They will blame everybody but themselves. I don't know. But if these people had won, if they had the cup, you hear, they did it for Nigeria. Really, I share the sentiment of some of you, my panelists and the commenters, that this glory should be nothing accredited to Nigeria because what they'll say, Nigeria gave you a platform, but the way they treat these people, even with the men, they complain of these things. NDDC director in EFCC net over 25 billion naira fraud. You guys know that NDDC is just the very opposite of the reason why it was even created in the first place. All right, we'll move to the next, and this will be our last paper for today. Yes, the Daily Sun. Here we have IBB Abdusalami Dogora Babache meets over Tinubu Shetima ticket. Two top Northern Christians seek ex-leaders' support in opposition to same faith candidacy. IPOB makes burial within 3 days of death compulsory in Southeast. Topolo, Pandef warns Northern youths, cautions against inciting violence in Niger Delta. FD launches energy transition plan, seeks $10 billion initial support. World Bank, US Exim Bank pledge $3 billion. Bianca Ojukwu suggests ways Igbo man can become president. And if you want to know on that, please check out on page 28 of Daily Sun. Pastor, 9 others arrested for stoning Oro worshipper to death. Strike. Our members now borrowing to survive as to president. FEC approves. Okay, we took that already. Atiku Wike fight takes a new turn as ex-vice president heads to London to meet Rivers Governor Wike. Okay, so that's all on our newspaper review today. Yeah, this story on IPOB. So I don't know if IPOB they have such authority to make laws in the land. I don't know if we've gotten to that place where a group of people I mean, if they can command a seat at home and the people are obeying, well, in fear, in fear, in fear. Okay, so IPOB have come to say that when someone loses, a family member, that according to the Igbo tradition, I think that tradition travels cuts across all boards. So when this happens, these people they leave the crops for a very long time. Some say they leave it for months. Some go as far as leaving it for years, and that's because they go to generate funds. And you guys know how you throw down these burials. It's like a homecoming of a saint. I don't know how to put, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Where IPOP have come out to say that this keeping dead bodies for a long time has spiritual it has a spiritual effect on the land. We learn every day. I never knew that not burying someone properly, leaving them, out there in the mortuary, that has a spiritual effect on the land. And well, thank you for saying that. What that might come off as, something good, and it means that they'll be giving them soft landing. Now they've come out to say that 3 days is all you have to bury your dead body. So now I don't know if they are going to meet the elders of the land to say, you guys have to, slash or take it easy on the things that are required from people so that this burial can be effected, as soon as possible. So I don't, well, if you ask me if they are going to implement all of that, then I think it's a good thing. Don't ask me if anything good can come out from Nazareth. I think it's a good thing. Yes, something good can come out from Nazareth. Something good has just this is something good from IPOB. Kudos to that, and I hope that the state, supports them. Okay, and they vow to shut down mortuaries in zone. Okay, they just took it. Now this looks more like by fire by force, if you ask me. All right, that's all the story that we have here. That's all the story that we have here. That's all the story that we have here. Mr. Charles, good to have you again. Mr. Charles? Hmm.
Emma, I say which of them, which of the topics are we choosing today?
Oh, let's talk about IPOB. Let's talk about IPOB and this decree that they've made. I mean, there's even a vow to it to go and uh, evacuate the dead bodies that are there already for longer. And did you also know that there are spiritual implications to leaving dead bodies in the mortuaries for that long period of time?
Well, even if there is no spiritual indication or whatever, mm, that idea of keeping
Please,
a dead
Mr.
body in the
Charles, Mr. Charles,
yeah, yeah,
Mr. Charles, please, your
yeah.
your background your background is noisy. If you can
Okay,
excuse
okay.
yourself from the
Then
current crowd, or
what,
yeah, please.
what I'm saying is this: even if there is no spiritual problem or challenge, the idea of keeping someone in the mortuary for a long time, I don't buy that idea. I've been speaking against it personally. I don't like it because it's a waste of time and waste of money. Somebody has died. Let's bury him immediately. I don't know why we
But
should.
but but you know the tradition to bury. So especially if the
No,
person is a chief or a titled man. Oh
the
boy.
chief. I've lived it. Look, you know, I've been away from Nigeria for over almost 20 years now. Eh? So, I've lived in communities that when someone dies, it's found that people around him doesn't feel anything. They don't stress themselves. They don't go through a lot of things that we used to go through in Nigeria when we lost our loved ones. You find that when someone died, nothing happens. During the day of the burial, people will go to take issues from their workplaces, go straight to the burial ground, bury the person, and return back to work. Everything goes normal. I don't know this pattern of we Nigerians, whenever, especially in the southern Nigeria, not of in the north, southern Nigeria, when someone dies, you find that a lot of resources will be wasted. People will maybe what's the worst part of it now is that people will sell their properties. In my presence, I've seen many. Their mother died. They sell their land to bury somebody, but their brother or their sister be looking for money to start up something. No one, they can't sell anything. But as soon as someone died, these things I'm not supporting IPOB, but let us not forget that the word IPOB is not just organization. These are indigenous people. So it's just because Nigerian government has, with the saboteurs we have in the southern Nigeria, have, because of their political ambitions, they want to be relevant. They stand against this because they think, oh, if these people stand strong, they may not be relevant again. That's what happened. That's why you see this word IPOB. It looks as if it has become something else that, oh, you're not supposed to hear about it anymore. IPOB is not just indigenous people of a certain tribe, a certain region. That's what we are talking about here. So when they come up, if these people have come together and agree on this, I think it's a good development, because these things are waste of time, waste of resources, energy.
Please, let me clarify you on that. This is just IPOB making a decree. I mean, and they are making moves to even go and to begin to evacuate dead bodies from the mortuaries that has been there for a very long time. But Mr. Charles, the other day we talked about, why a woman has to change her name on the chart and all of that. So what's happening? I thought tradition is tradition and we have to uphold our tradition. So why does it have to change now?
No, you see, this is a tradition. I could remember when I was growing up as a young boy. Burial doesn't, the way we celebrate death these days, not how it used to be. But these days, it has become something else. That it's a bit about tradition. If we are really following the tradition the way I saw it when I was growing, it would have been better. But today, it is no more. This has become something of competition. Oh, if your person died, if your own person died, you saw this person's father, this person's brother, he was buried like this. Can you tell me what's the benefit of buying a casket of 500,000 naira, 1 million that you are going to put on the ground that will decay? People are hungry. What's the benefit of doing all this? Even if you have the money and be throwing money around in the burial. People around you are hungry. What's the essence of that? Anything you spend on the burial is a waste. Forget about how loud it is. It has never helped anyone. It has never added to anyone's life. It has never added value. No matter how loud, oh, somebody's father died. He was carrying, when he was coming back from the mortuary, they came back with a Bugatti as an ambulance. The president of America came for his burial. That's noise. That's noise. Don't add anything. It doesn't add the value. At the end of the day, it's a waste. It's a waste. So if IPOB, like I said, the word IPOB is an indigenous, the meaning of IPOB is an indigenous people of a certain tribe. Just because the political elite in the certain tribes think they become very threatened because of the growing of this group that are coming together, because they know that if they allow them, they will make sure that they will no more be relevant. So that is why you see today that word IPOB has become something, wherever you see it, it looks as if it has become a crime. It has become an abomination, because a certain class of people was threatened by that name. They gang up against that name and make it look as if these people have done something. That's something I was asking myself today when I was listening about WIKE something. I listened to a video clip today. I told myself, whatever WIKE got this time, he deserves it. He deserves all. I can never pity him. Why? In the northern part of Nigeria, no matter whatever the people are doing, it's hard for you to see a governor that he will come out in the television telling you that he will call soldiers, he will call Navy to clamp down these people. Except if not that this banditry and the Boko Haram and all these things, it has become worse that the whole Nigeria feeling the pain. These people will not say do anything. But it is only in the south. It is not WIKE that was boasting how he will destroy a certain group of people. And he went ahead, kill, because he want to please on certain people. It's in the south. That's why I bring out this thing. It's not Urges of Carl, all of them, both of them, and many of them. Why I bring out this is because of what I'm telling you about these indigenous people. Because some group of some political elite feel that they are being threatened by these indigenous people. IPOB, the word IPOB is not a wrong organ. If they come up together, if these indigenous come up together and say, look, these things we're supposed to abolish this. I think it's a good development. I don't see it as anything bad. Thank you.
Right. Yes, thank you. I also agree with you on the last one. The last one, I very much agree with you. Guys, please come on to the Needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, inviting someone. Please like the broadcast. Like the broadcast, please. Thank you. Ophelia Monye, how you doing? Okay, I'll take this comment from her. This is quite catchy. She says, he or she says, culture is not what culture used to be. Most of what we call culture today is a corruption of the real deal. Oh wow. Okay, Mr. Judy, lovely to have you on the broadcast today. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? How's everybody? Good
Fine, thank
morning,
you.
our listeners and our viewers and the panelists.
I will answer for them. All fine, all fine. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
so how does this make you feel? I mean, this is supposed to be some good news, right? This is supposed to be a good development. Or you think that traditions should still, be a code even in times like this?
Actually, I don't think there's any tradition in Igbo land, so to say, that requires a deceased person to be kept in the mortuary for X number of days. If anything, human body is sacred, and once somebody dies, I think the best thing to do is to lay the person to rest. But unfortunately, that has
No,
not
but
always.
no, no, but Mr. Julian, they usually would give a list of things to provide. And
And
I
that's what
mean,
I'm
that
coming to
sometimes
that.
takes someone by surprise. Okay.
I'm coming to that. What I was saying is that has not always been the case. In most cases, as due to certain family dynamics in terms of resources. Okay, some people will die, and the members of the family may not readily be available at that moment. Maybe they are, dispersed all over the country or some even abroad, so they may not be able to converge and have a meeting and decide when to bury their loved one. So as a result of that, they will put the person in a mortuary till when they will all have agreed to converge and have a meeting and then decide that again. And then again, the traditional demands, a lot of tradition, you know, necessarily puts undue burden to diseased families, asking for so many things. You have to provide cow and X number of cow, X number of goat, X number of this. You have to give, almost each clan in your community, to announce that your loved one, your father, your mother is dead. You have to go, and I mean the whole thing is just very unnecessary, if you ask me. I remember when I buried my mom and dad, I know the burden that I went through and all those things. To me, it's really unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. I would, if you ask me, I would even, recommend that if somebody, happens to lose his family member, maybe father or mother, it shouldn't be a time the person will be thinking, or the family will be thinking, oh, how are we going to be able to bury, the person? Because oftentimes people cry not because of the person who has passed away, but because of the responsibility, the burden, the financial burden that is going to be imposed on the family. That is why most people cry, wail when their loved ones are gone. That's exactly the fact. So, but I know we don't live in an ideal society. Like sometimes the way I feel things should be is that when somebody died, community should come around and assist the person to lessen the burden. It's where it's good. It's as much burden and painful enough that you lost your beloved one, and then again adding to it, the society will add to that pain by imposing undue burden of certain so many requirements in the name of tradition that you have to meet before you be allowed, your family member to be buried. Even in Catholic churches, in most religious organizations, if you happen not to be paying the dues, some churches will not even bury you until you require your family to pay or clear up all the dues, before they will now bury you. To me, this is just horrible. I hope one day people, of like mind will begin to, initiate move to abolish all these unnecessary and undue burdens to members of the deceased family. So what I think if they can implement it, I think is good. And by the way, like, people have, Nigerian government and the politicians in the East, they have because of their selfish end and wickedness, polluted the name IPOB as if it's a name that should not be mentioned. Like my brother there was saying, Charles Opu, IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a registered member. Any Igbo man is an indigenous people. Any man, not just an Igbo, anybody that comes from that original Biafra land, all the areas that comprises of the old Biafra land, they are indigenous people. They are IPOB. Okay, so when they tag them as terrorists, me that is not a registered member of IPOB, and that means I am also a terrorist because I'm an Igbo man. I live in that geographical location. And that is why when I'm talking about Buhari and people are talking about, people that hear me will think the man who labeled us as terrorists, he himself is the real terrorist that have been killing Nigerians. Okay, in collaboration with the Eastern governors, who for their selfish end, because they know that when IPOB, for instance, if they succeed in bringing Biafra and having a new country, they know they're not going to be relevant in that new country, because in that new country, there won't be corrupt people like the current politicians that we have in Nigeria. Of course, there won't be any space for them. That is why they are fighting tooth and nail to, through different propaganda and, they will instigate killing and then term it IPOB. They will kill people. They will bring some IPOB regalia and place there and say, this is IPOB. Look at their slippers. Look at their flag. It's so absurd. And then a lot of people continue to believe this propaganda. And then people don't even know that the reason why Nigeria today has not been totally Fulanized, why Buhari have not completed his Fulanization agenda, was because of IPOB. And that is why they are fighting, they've clamped down upon them so heavily, because, so heavily, so that they will squash them. As much, I wish the strength they use in fighting IPOB in Nigeria, that is the same strength they use in fighting terrorists in the north. I'm sure terrorists probably would have, Boko Haram and other Fulani terrorists, maybe they would have even been abolished. But unfortunately, we live in a country that, we tend to be one, but unfortunately, we are not one. We're only one in paper, but in practice, we are never one. Some part of Nigeria are second class, while some are first class. It's a pity.
I tell you, Mr. Julie, that even in the paper, and that's if you mean the constitution, I do not see the oneness in. I do not see
There
the
is no
oneness, but
oneness.
that's my
Do you know?
submission.
Okay, do you know?
That's
Guess
just
what,
submission.
my sister? Do you know in our constitution, in the so-called constitution they are using, there is not even once Christianity is mentioned in the constitution, but Quran and the Muslim is mentioned almost more than 20 something times. But not even once was Nigerian Christianity or Bible or anything remotely resembling Christianity is mentioned in the useless
Sharia,
constitution they are using. And
and
Sharia is
Sharia
mentioned
law,
there also. Okay.
Sharia law
Huh?
is I think
Sharia implemented in the northern side, and then
yes, it's recognized. It's recognized.
it's sad when people come out here and still be fighting for one Nigeria, especially the Southerners, and be fighting for one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We want to become one Nigeria. I just laugh at them with great scorn because it's like they don't even know what they are doing. You want to a
All
con-
right, Mr. Chide,
anyway,
please
let's
let's
not
not
go into that.
yes, let's not take the wheel to another conversation. But someday we get to talk about that. This
We should
Lawrence,
talk about
this
it, please.
Lawrence, Wale Soyinka, the other day, sometime this week, he said, "Why is Miyetti Allah not prescribed the way IPOB has been prescribed?
Exactly.
IPOB has done nothing." So yeah, no, I saw that the other day. I brought it here. We discussed about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. These people and they've been dropping some kind
They
of
are
like
the
they
one
went
that is
after the
the
people
real
that took
terrorist.
the Reverend Sisters. They've been doing some remarkable things lately in the news. And oh, Mr. Judy, please let me move on to Mr. Alex. Beautiful day to you, Mr. Alex. Good to have you here today.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, viewers, and those on the comment section, and the panelists, and the owner of this platform. I greet you, uh,
All
presenter.
right.
How are you?
I'm beautiful. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Good to have you here today. So let me read out this comment from Bella Naomi. She says, every excuse is good in Nigeria to roger money from you, especially the ones that are your family. Now, talking about the burial rights in Nigeria. Yes, this list comes from our kinsmen, right? Comes from our kinsmen, then maybe youth in the community, but mostly this list, comes from family members. How will IPOB be able to, or how will if the state government happens to even implement or even think of this or agree with this, how would they be able to implement this? Because these are the families that will give you sometimes they apportion where to bury. I don't want to speak for other places, but they have to. If not, they will dig up the ground and take out things like that. So does this even hold water? You think we are going to have in Nigeria where your family member dies and you're burying the person in a space of 3 days for an average living Nigerian?
First of all, I want to say that Nigeria is not a nation. According to Obafemi Awolowo, Nigeria is a mere geographical expression because of the complexity of multilingual, multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-tribal, multi-traditional, configurations or convocation. So people have their traditions. So this is why Ojukwu wanted us to go our separate ways. Wole Soyinka should keep quiet. He should shut up because he is among those that betrayed the peaceful separation of this country. He was assigned to recruit army for the new 3 countries that was discussed, that emerged from that meeting. But getting to Benin, they betrayed Odumengo Ojukwu. So let me not deviate. The point is this: our rights have been exaggerated with the current realities. People are hungry. They see burial or funeral or marriages as a way to quickly get some things like foodstuff, and they call it tradition. I wouldn't blame them. The country is, everything is confusing, everything is difficult. So if there is a way that people can really, have a review of their so-called cultural burial rights, it will be good. Because you cannot tell me the Yoruba and the Hausa or the Igbo or the Beninese do the same thing while they are burying their dead. Everybody is unique in their ways. But the hardship of leadership has made even culture and traditions to inflict pains on people who are already in pains. So for me, IPOB for me was given birth to as a child of necessity. I'm not an Igbo person. but I'm a just person. I try to look at things in the light of justice. If the country was not lopsided, if the country was not cheated, if a particular people do not call themselves born to rule, or they don't see themselves as more superior to the other people, if there was federal character and fairness, IPOB would not have been given birth to. It was given birth to because some people saw it that 70 years ago, some visionaries, they saw it, especially Odumengo Ojukwu, having studied, a first-class student of history and historiography of the Fulanese and so on and so forth. He called a meeting. He said, these guys don't believe in progress. They're stagnant. They are negatively preservative. They preserve their culture of conquest, maiming, killing, raping. And let us go our separate ways. Let's leave them to their regions. Are we not seeing everything Ojukwu said today? Are they not killing the Yorubas? Awolowo betrayed, and even Wole Soyinka was in that meeting as a 21-year-old boy. So everybody is seeing it. And it has hit on the Yorubas right now that they are not clamoring for the Oduduwa Republic just now. Have they not printed their currency, or they've composed their own song about their national anthem? This is the same thing Ojukwu did. So IPOB have their right to secede. When a marriage is not working, you fight for divorce. You will not die in a marriage that is not working. For me, Wole Soyinka was part of the conspiracy that kept this country where it is today. It was quickly inscripted or rewarded by the international community into the CIA membership, which he gets millions of dollars from the US. So he should keep quiet. He should stop being hypocritical. I don't believe in anything that comes from the West. Look at who they are giving to us as a president. A sick man, a shaky man. So the Yorubas, most of them, their leadership, not all of them, but they are very cunning, crafty. They are not dependable. So Wole Soyinka has no right to tell federal government to proscribe Metiala. It's hypocritical because they know that they brought us to this mess. If Nigeria was really divided, there was Biafra Republic, Oduduwa Republic, and Northern Nigeria. Nothing like this will be happening. We will be having neighbor relationship, migrating with visa, going and abiding by the rules of different countries, just like the Scandinavians, just like the Pakistan and is it India? They are neighbors. So you will not see Fulanis entering another region to go and conquer them, kill their women, take over their lands. This is the aberration of the worst order. That in a time, people are building fast trains. People are discovering cure for sicknesses, smartphones. People are going to move, going to discover things. And we are still busy about religion, killing ourselves. What a shame. And we have professors, and we have doctors, we have academicians who could not profess solutions. Look at our generations. They've grown up now. This is the third generation after Ojukwu left. Which Nigeria are we giving them? A killer machine Nigeria? A Fulani X-Men Nigeria? A Nigeria without electricity? Children are being born in darkness? So for me, I support the cause of the Biafra movement because I've read the causes of the Biafra. I'm not saying they are perfect. I'm not saying Ojukwu was perfect, but that zeal, that zest for one's nation, for one's tribe, for one ethnic clan to be taken away from killers, from marauders, from people who are not progressive, people who don't believe in democracy and rule of law. I mean, it's just enough. It's just. This is where Ojukwu held Nigeria to a standstill with the support of the international community for 2 years and 7 months. If not the world that came to help Nigeria, Ojukwu was winning that war just to prevent all these abnormalities happening now. Are we not ashamed to call ourselves Nigeria? Is Wole Soyinka not ashamed of himself? Is he man want to talk about proscribing IPOB, proscribing Metiala? Will Ojukwu not be smiling and laughing at him in his grave just now? So for me, it's hypocritical for Wole Soyinka to come out and say somebody should prescribe Metiala. They gave Nigeria up for these men to swallow us up, but God is more than them. Come next year, we are going to use our votes for Peter Obi. Thank you.
Right, Mr. Alex. Right, Mr. Alex. Like I said yesterday, almost like Peter Obi is the binding force holding every Nigerian together. And I hope, and I hope, and I hope, and I hope that people truly get the justice that they deserve. I hope that power be restored to the people in the forthcoming election. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Alex. Brother Nice, good to have you on the broadcast. How you doing, Brother Nice?
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine, and you? I greet all the panelists.
I'm well, thank you. And my panelists are well, thank you. I'm answering for them today. They're fine, thank you, Brother Nice.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
good.
Brother Nice. Have you been following the news or you want a recap?
Yeah, I was following, but if you want to give me a recap, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay, so IPOB has come out to say that once anyone's relative, family members dies, now they have just 3 days to make sure they bury the person. No more keeping them for months or for years. They say that it has spiritual implications on the state, and they are trying to read the state of the spiritual effects that is telling on the state. Now, aside wondering if IPOP even has the jurisdiction to carry out, to start giving out rules and regulations in the state, they've come out to, they've shown their seriousness by saying that they will start evacuating dead bodies uh, that have been in the mortuaries for a very long time, that they are going to be taking them out already. So, in as much as this comes off as a welcome development, I mean, considering the huge burden that it puts on people to bury, I don't know how IPOB intends to go about this, but what do you think about this? Do you think this is good, or you think that we should stick to our tradition?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if that is a tradition anyway. Keeping people long time in the mortuary before burial. I don't think it's a tradition. You know, it's just that
No.
there's a lot of
That is not where you have the tradition. The tradition comes in, when they give someone list. Most times these lists are exorbitant. People have to go
yeah,
work, have to go make
yeah.
money. So if burial has to be done in 3 days, that means they'll have to, recheck that list. They have to rethink that whole burial process in Nigeria.
Yeah, all those burial process where they used to tax the family, give them list and all those things. It's supposed to be abolished normally. You understand? Because when someone is dead, it's supposed to be buried immediately. So I don't see any reason keeping that person, using that person to make money from the family, asking them, stressing the family because of the burial. So for me, I don't believe in all those things. So it's just a way from the some of the elders of the family to get money from the family of the dead, of the deceased. So uh, for me, like IPOP don't even have the judicial power to even say they want to intervene in such thing. So IPOP, I would just say it's better for IPOP not to interfere in such thing. That one, that the people that someone they want, the person that have the power is the governor of the state to do that. So that is just for me. It's my opinion. So, but I would say I support what Wole Soyinka said about IPOP. You know, because him himself is not perfect. He has done his wrong. He has did his own wrong.
Is that the governor doesn't have the power. It's the IPOB.
Okay. Uh, for me, I don't really know if IPOP have a judicial power. So it maybe in assembly in the east, maybe they voted IPOP to handle such things.
No.
I
In
don't know.
such
So
power, in such a thing, it is the indigenous people that have power to make such law, not the government. It's the indigenous people, the owners of the land, not the government. That's what I want to clarify you here.
So, Mr.
okay,
Charles, you're
okay.
saying if the people should canvass and protest that they want that tradition abolished, then it gets to stand.
Yes, because the owners of the land, the indigenes, they are the people that have the power to decide how they will, what tradition that they want and the one that they should abolish. It's the indigenous people.
All right, thank you. Brother Nice,
For
please
me,
continue.
yeah, what I want to deliberate on is just before I used to counter this IPOB and all those Southeast people that used to speak about this separation, and they said they want to have their Biafra. I used to counter them, but when I now saw the injustice that has been done to those people, the injustice is too clear to me. You understand? Just like what Wole Soyinka said, it was quick for Buhari to prescribe a IPOB, but it was not the same thing with this Fulani S-men. You understand? When you talk about Fulani, for him to prescribe Fulani as terrorists, this man he was relentlessly to do such thing, and even till today he did not pronounce it. You understand? Though, so if he just thinks that concerning Fulani S-men, this man he will not do it. Or concerning the northern governor, okay, look at the pardon he gave to those northern governors the last time, because those people they are from the north, he gave them pardon, those criminals, but he could not give the Kanu pardon. That's one I've already shown that we are not living in the same Nigeria. You know, this man is a fan of his Fulani family, kinsmen. You know, he does not consider other ethnics. So this one is very clear to me that there's a lot of injustice done to this IPOB and Igbo people. A lot of injustice has done to these people. I don't see any reason why you could not prescribe a Fulani terrorist that is terrorizing Nigerians. Then IPOB that is fighting for their own security, for all those invaders not to come to their land to invade their land, then you were very fast to prescribe those ones. That is injustice to me. Me, I don't cite any injustice. I'm always against injustice. You know, that injustice that has been done to those people, the rest Nigerians, the Benin and all the rest tribes in Nigeria, we should stand with those Southeastern people to tell our government to ask for justice from our government. Because the last time when I saw a video that was coming from Abia State, the way they sent federal government sent militaries to Abia State to go and kill, send bullets with those IPOB. They were killing bystanders, you know, innocent people on the street. But this same might, they cannot send it to Sambisa Forest to kill those Fulani that is bandits and all those things. They cannot do the same thing in the north. So I have problem with that. You understand? So this Buhari is just a fanatic and is a full a fanatic of the Fulani, you know. So it's very clear to everybody to see. You understand? This
All
man
right.
is a problem to Nigeria, for real. This man have divided Nigeria. Nigeria is very fragile now. He's supposed to be there to
But when you
unite
say
Nigeria.
this one, who are you referring to?
I'm talking about Buhari. I'm talking about Buhari. Nigeria is fragile. He's supposed to unite.
You almost called him Fulani. You almost called him the old Fulani.
Yes, because I'm tired. Because the agenda of this man is just is too clear. It's too clear, you know. So it's just he's a real fanatic of his family, Fulani. You know, Nigeria is fragile, and he's talking about unite. He cannot unite Nigeria. He's still separating the country. So this man is not supposed to be a Nigerian president at all in the first place. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Very nice.
Please, can I say something for just 1 minute, please?
Okay, hold on, Mr.
Please.
Alex. Thank you. Okay, just a minute, please. Brother Nice, thank you for coming into the studio. It's good to have you here. Thank you. Mr. Alex.
Yes, just a minute, please. Let me inform everybody worldwide. It's just a matter of time. Biafra will still come with this. Should everything continue, whether Obi wins or not, Biafra is already close for us. It's just a matter of time. It will come with this.
Mr. Alex, please don't take the conversation away from the topic at hand. You've done so already, so please, let's stick to it already. Thank you. I have on the screen a message from Mom Diaspora. Guys, please do well to like the broadcast. It takes just a second or a nanosecond. Please just tap on the like button, on the like just click on the thumbs up on your screen, please. Thank you. It helps with making this broadcast travel like a wildfire. We're making our submissions, our responses, our ideas, our knowledge. It helps with making, with informing thousands of people out there. So please, 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 let's do the needful. All right. Saying hello to everybody in the comment section from Marcus the Great. Marcus the Great. You're fast becoming my personal person. Oh, Marcus, how far? How you doing? Okay. Then Aquituren Bugbenmi, how you doing? Good morning to you too, Joseph OG. Hi, Joseph OG. How you doing? Irene Finest, where have you been, Mama? Where have you been? Good to have you here. James Morgan, hi to you. Mommy Diaspora, I see you all the way. Everybody sees you. Thank you, Mama. Bella Naomi One, how you doing, Bella? Thank you for being here and thank you for being very engaging. All right. Thank you to everybody in the comment section. I'm not sure how far I can travel to say thank you, but thank you to each and every one of you. Mr. Chris George,
Good morning.
good morning, Mr. Chris George. And please stay on the topic, Mr. Chris George. Do you think
O-
IPOB have the right? Do you think IPOB have the right to, to wipe up long age tradition? And although it looks like a good one, if you would agree that it seems like a good suggestion, it should come like a suggestion and not them enforcing it. I think that is where the problem is. It shouldn't come as them enforcing it, but it looks like a good one. Do you stand for this change in burial rights, or you think that tradition should be tradition?
Okay. Okay, I'm an Anambra, but I'm not an IPOB member. I'm a lower Niger Congress member. Uh, what IPOB suggests is a good idea because keeping a dead body in a mortuary so many long is a long time. Uh, it's a right, it's indigent to suggest type of tradition to be abolished and want to be implemented. So, if they are suggesting that some certain tradition will be abolished and some certain way implement, I stand is not by government because in my community, so Udo cannot come in my community and tell us tradition to implement or the one to abolish. You understand? It depends on indigene for them to clarify the one they want and one they reject. That's what I suggest. But again, I want to say one thing concerning what Lecturer said concerning IPOB and Metiara. You see, sometimes I say, are these professors, are they blind? What happened in Nigeria since many years ago? Why now? Why Lecturer is saying this? Because when Ifeanyi herdsmen invaded in many community in Yoruba, all of them keep mute till Sunday Igboho come to liberate his people from this type of people. Now, if we are being sincere and being true to ourselves, when Sunday Igboho rise up against this Fulani herdsmen, Nigerian government send DSS and many people to bring him down, like the same Nandekari did for Eastern Security Network. So sometimes I ask, how this is Nigeria? How are we governing? What are we thinking? What make us to be in Nigeria? Because sometimes I'm very surprised. Okay, now let me give you a shortest example. Now you see what this Governor Autumn did in Benue State. Soon, Buhari will prescribe the security outfit this man said to liberate his people. So it's for indigent to suggest what they will do, not for the government to suggest. So that's where I will stand. Again, let me tell my fellow Nigerian, because this thing President Buhari is doing is surprised me. Because in my community, Fulani herdsmen killed many people. Even a woman that doing fish selling went to inside bush to where people are doing fish pond business to buy fish. Fulani herdsmen meet this woman on the way, cut his neck. A woman with 4 children, her husband died many years ago, cut his neck, sliced him like a bread. Sliced like a bread. Even they try to take the land. This is surprise. In my community, they are coming to many farms, they will set your farm fire. So which means a person that set your farm fire now is a good person. And the Nigerian government are defending these people. They will command their cow will enter your farm, destroy everything. The remaining one that will set it fire, which means for you to die for starvation. You know, sometimes I wonder, who type of people is this? Even when I was in Bayelsa, where people are farming, they will command their cow will just enter your okra farm, just destroy everything. Talk, they have gone. Talk, they will kill you there. Next time again, their brothers, which is Navy or Army barrack in Patan, they will call them, they will defend them. Talk, they will kill you. Sometimes I see how this Nigeria be designed. It's very surprised to me. But when an indigenous of that community rise, they are in multitude to defend them, the government will prescribe them, deal with them, shut them down. So sometimes I wonder, this Nigeria, where are we selling to? Because the person that piloting this Nigerian ship moving, I'm not sure the way I'm seeing Nigeria now. If our president continue this, Nigeria will not last 10 years.
Okay, Mr. Chris George, cheers to a Nigeria that would last longer than 10 years, guys. We also need to be hopeful. There's a glimpse of hope just in front of us. Let's hold on to it so tight. I'm sorry to those in the backstage. I cannot accept any more persons. We've come to the close of the show, guys. I say that um newspaper review is from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I can't possibly be accepting anybody into the studio after 10:30. I mean, so please, guys, please just keep a date with me. It is always worth it. You are interested in what is happening in the country, so please put your alarm. Just know, or if you need me to be coming to your subconscious, to your dream, in front of you to say, "Hey, I'm getting ready," just say, just make that request and leave the rest to me. I will do it. All
Now,
right.
did you be that?
You- Okay,
Now,
if you don't
which
want to
be
see
that?
that, if you don't want to see that part, then just use your alarm then. Mr.
Sim,
Julius,
I want to turn
you
to
don't
you
believe
want
in
to turn to
miracles.
phantom.
You people don't
You want
believe
to
in
become phantom.
miracles. All right. Thank you to everybody in the comment section. Once again, guys, please, nobody has supported me today. What did I do wrong? What am I not doing right? You guys, please show some love. Show some love. And I don't know, we need to have a family meeting on why you guys are not liking the broadcast. Yes, we need to have a family meeting. And it looks like I'll be appearing to lots of people to ask you questions. Like my panelists, I will visit you people first. You guys did not take out time to like the broadcast before coming into the studio. Please take out time to like the broadcast before you exit. And you watching the replay, hi, how you doing? See, I see you. I see you. Please take out time to like the broadcast, share, invite somebody. I hope you've turned on your notification bell so for every time Niger Watch goes on live, you will be notified immediately. And I hope that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. How can you not even subscribe to our YouTube channel? We have content, premium content. We the 7 as they hot, and you know you don't want to miss out on any of this. Tomorrow the chat comes up. I'm not giving snippet on what is happening tomorrow, but you guys definitely want to be part of the conversation tomorrow. Now, let me remind you of our lineups. We have newspaper review, and you know now it's me hosting the newspaper review Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time to 11 a.m. Nigerian time. And then we have the chat. There we have our family meeting. Yes, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time, all through to 3 p.m. Nigerian time. And we have discussions with your favorite girl, Kachi, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, Monday through to Thursday, Mr. Mark Iravo. All right. And then we have the debate. The debate, it happen as it or see. I always advise people when you're coming for the debate, just wear your helmet because just anybody can collect. The debate is one of my favorite things. I love all the intrigue, the passion, the back to back, the facts, the learning. There's so much to learn and take away from our debate and from our all the broadcasts too. Guys, that's it. That's it for now. So just turn on your notification now because we are working on more premium content. Trust Mr. Niger. I mean, trust Mr. Niger. Working on more premium content for each and every one of us, Mr. Akil. I am definitely visiting some people today. Definitely. Just leave time and distance to me. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I am grateful. I am happy. But please, guys, please, we need to work on our lives. Please, please. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Juden, we've come to the close of the show. So what do you have to say to us? You could pick anything. You could pick from the IPOB. You could pick
Yeah, what
from
I want to say,
SANUSI.
what I want, due to propaganda, the sit at home, the Monday sit at home that was instituted in the eastern region, that's in the Biafra land, have been grossly misunderstood by a lot of Nigerians. You see, the antecedent of that was and Uzodinja and Eastern governors started killing the Igbos. The IPOB member, whenever they come out to protest, they come out to carry out their peaceful rally. Okay, they never hurt any fly, so they will go and kill them. We all know about Ebuba, Python 1, Python 2, all those nonsense. They will go and kill innocent citizens. So they now say, instead of them coming out and they killing them, so they can equally protest by sitting at home. So that if you sit at home, let's see if the government will go to your house and be killing you. So that sit at home is another way of protesting, another way of having a peaceful demonstration or a peaceful agitation of what they are asking for. So it's not, people will now begin to say, oh, they are stopping economic activity. There is nothing in this world that you are pursuing that is good, that doesn't have a price tag to it. If that is a price that they have to pay for pursuing a sovereign nation of their own, where Fulanis will not come and be killing them, where the president of Nigeria will not, a terrorist will not come and be killing them, then that price is worth it. So people will be blaming them, oh, they are stopping economic activities. So what? They are not complaining. They are doing it. They are doing it on their own. Nobody is forcing them. Okay, so this is one of the most misunderstood this thing. They did it because since in Nigeria you can't come out and have a peaceful protest without the government coming to kill you, then if you're at home protesting, sit at home, then let's see how the government will come to people's houses and begin to kill them. So that is the issue. That's the kind of society we live. We say we are practicing democracy, whereas the democracy we have in Nigeria is even worse than the dictators, the countries that are dictators. Okay, it's worse than the countries that are having, that is not practicing the democracy. This is not democracy. If anybody that is telling us what we have here is democracy, that person is just deceiving himself. It's nonsense around nonsense.
All right.
Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day.
All right, Mr. Jude, you have a lovely day. Thank you for being here. Okay, Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, are you still here? All right, very nice.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, Mr. Alex, loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. For me, like I said before, I don't believe in this fraudulent social contraction called Nigeria. It's been fraudulent. It's been one-sided. The military era was dominated by one side of the North, having mismanaged more than 100 and something billion dollars of Nigerian money. And they say we are one, when all the juicy federal parastatals are handled by one side of the country. So this Biafra or IPOB agitation for me is justified. And let me warn you, or let me inform you, in 1967, 3 countries were created, not only Biafra. Oduduwa Republic was also created. So the Yorubas are licking their wood because they betrayed all of us. So the country is not working. Let's peacefully divide it without bloodshed. IPOB has right to bring any law they want to bring in their own country. Since The North also have laws in Kanu. You, for example, you cannot drink beer in public in Kano. So why are they looking at everything Biafrans are doing? So if the country was working, nobody will protect. Catalonia is still trying to leave from Spain. So people can decide to leave from a contraction that is not working. Imagine there is no electricity. Students are at home. There is no security. There's no water to drink. Corruption, snakes are swallowing money in the north. So what kind of country is this? Is it a zoo? So for me, I support the Biafra agitations, so long they don't go about it violently. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alex, thank you for that. You have a wonderful day as well. Brother Nice, if you're still here, please.
Yeah, my submission is for me, this government, if it's really said it want to unite the country, as the president himself, it's not every time you have to use violence. You can dialogue with people. As these people, they are not happy about what the injustice that has been done to them. These Southeast people. Buhari is supposed to dialogue with them as the father of the nation. So every time he always use a military force, military might against people, one set of people. So that one is not. There's no way you can bring unity in a nation like that. You have to dialogue with people when people are not happy. You know, so you dialogue with them, you make peace with them. So everything will be settled. But he does not understand that. The only thing that he said he understand is to unleash a military on people. So it's dividing the country. But my happiness is that election is just right by the corner, so that we can take these people out and bring someone that can unite the country and move the country forward. Thank you.
Okay, Brother Nice, sounds very brief. Thank you for that. This is for Ophili Moye. Aside you having a beautiful name, your comments also makes you even much more beautiful. Thank you, and I am looking forward to your support. Thank you, Ophelia. Thank you for being here. This name is rather new to me, so I hope to see more of you, Ophelia. I'll be looking out. Thank you for joining today. Mr. Chris George, please give your
Oh,
submission.
okay. One thing about Nigeria is that Nigeria is a country that I see when citizens protest, government will send the military to shoot them. That trigger my anger a lot because means of protest for government to hear them. But in Nigeria, when citizens protest, government will start shooting them, ask soldiers to go and kill them. It's not a surprise to me. Again, in Nigeria, termites are eating, swallowing money, snakes, monkeys, billions of naira, termites. This is surprise you. Well, what I'm advising all Nigerians to keep calm. Election is nearby, no violation. Let everyone maintain peace and sanity. When the election come, we remove this bad government out. That's why I'm advising Nigerian. Vote the right person, vote to be in power. So let us get this thing right. That's what I'm saying. But in Nigeria, it's a surprise that a country that termites, snakes, monkeys are swallowing money. A country 60 years now without electricity, without electricity, bad road, no water supply, nothing. It's not a surprise. Look at our neighboring country, common Benin Republic, Cameroon. Benin Republic are enjoying 24 hours right. Look at population of Benin Republic. Even Anambra state is more population than Benin Republic. Benin just 9 million people. I'm not sure it's closer to 9 million. Enjoying 24-hour electricity. Cameroon, Ghana. Look at this country. Well, look at country with little resources. Their government are standard. But are we with abundant natural resources? Some resources are on top level in Nigeria now. But we can't get quality education, quality road, quality electricity, quality water supply. Go to Benin Republic, standard water supply. Check other country, check Kenya. Take the education, their science students are making use of electricity. But in Nigeria, when I was in secondary school, I'm not sure we don't perform chemistry practical, talkers of physics. So I went to train in a marine on nature before I joined university level. What type of a country is this? Sometimes when in our neighboring Africans brothers, to talk with them, when they raise some certain issue in Nigeria, we just keep your mouth shut. Country without electricity, without good road, no standard of water, no standard of education, nothing is functional. Nigeria doesn't have single flight. The worst part that Nigeria doesn't have single flight aircraft. A country does not have single. Check Ghana. Ghana have aircraft. Rwanda, Kenya, Ethiopia, even Benin Republic. But all the huge money we have, no aircraft we have. Only private one, Air Peace, Dana. IRIC is owned by a foreign person. Where are we going, sir? When I look at our country, I'll just laugh. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Christoph, thank you for that. And wow, that's true, man. It's almost like we are just there. Almost like we are naked as a nation. Nothing, really nothing is clothing us. Is it the education? Is it the health system? Is it the aviation? Is it the petroleum? We can't even hold one thing. And our president is really, we really need to pick someone who is expressly good at communication. We cannot have somebody who will not be there, who will be sending representatives, who will be allowing his media. Mr. Charles, I hope you are still here.
Yeah, I'm still here, my dear. Nigeria. You see, like my brother, someone said here. You see, I don't want to come here and start talking something that will look as if I am tribalistic. But the truth remains that, you see, in as much as we try to be one Nigeria, but in the southern Nigeria, some people some group from part of Nigeria, some part of southern is willing to betray every other part of Nigeria in order for them to remain relevant. Why? Because they feel that they have advantage more than every other part of Nigeria. You see, during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, we all know that Goodluck Jonathan, there was loopholes in his government. But Goodluck Jonathan did not commit any crime. The guy, your man tried very well to make sure he carried everyone along. But do you know what happened? Tinubu and his cohorts, people like this Wole Soyinka, Adeboye, Pastor A. Adeboye of Redeemed Christian Church, and so many of them, Tinubu allied with them, and they want their plan because they think Goodluck Jonathan has sidelined them. That is what play out in 2015 election that made them to go and ally with the Fulanese and come up with all manner of propaganda. Even this Showere that is making noise today, all of them. This is why they go and ally with Fulanese, come up with all manner of propaganda with the former governor of Central Bank that they come up with all manner of like billions of dollars losing this, that happening. Make sure they take him out of power. Why? Because they are desperate. I don't want to go into that again. But what I want to say here is this. Nigerians, it's high time we wake up. Because in Nigeria, it is foreigners that are ruling Nigeria. Foreigners that have relatives in Cameroon, Mali, Niger, and Sudan, and all manner of them. And as long as they came to power, they open borders for their brothers to come in. Why have we ever asked ourselves when this government came in? Why is it that the first project was Ruga to establish colony in 36 states? Who are the people that are going to occupy those colonies? They are brothers that they came from all over Nigeria to occupy the colony, and they are willing to raise billions of naira dollars for them to make sure that they succeed in it. Nigerians are not thinking. We are not talking. We are just, I don't know what we are thinking. These people, what do they do? They take over the whole military offices. They make sure they take over it because they now they think that the Yorubas have occupied economic power and some few evils. They can take over military and the
Okay,
political power.
Mr. Charles, please, you need to wrap up your submission.
Okay. So what I want to say here is this: no matter how much we try, if we didn't go back and retrace our step, a lot of these things will continue to happen. Our governors, our brothers in the southern Nigeria, the elite, they want to be relevant and they're willing to do everything to be relevant, except we wake up and throw these people away. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Charles, thank you for that. Mr. Michael, welcome to the broadcast. Are you there? Mr. Charles, please put your mic on mute. Thank you. Mr. Michael?
Oh, Mommy,
Yes.
I thought you're not accepting me.
It looks like, I only accepted you so you will share the grace. I mean, you were so persistent. You were not going to leave. So, I mean,
No,
I
I'm
would
just,
take one for your word.
I want to leave. I'm just, okay.
All
I'm
right.
just listening to
So
the program.
please, in just 1 minute, share the grace for us.
Okay. Yeah, right. Like I keep telling people always, I said, look, Buhari was, I know we've been praying for so many years, the way forward for Nigeria. And for me, I keep telling people, coming of Obi is not God sent. Buhari is God sent to Nigeria. Buhari, if Nigeria has missed this opportunity to sit down on a round table and discuss the way forward before election, we will live to regret it. I keep saying Buhari was just a God sent to open our eyes to see that this Nigeria, we are not one. So this is an opportunity for everybody to say, look, before we go into this election, let's discuss this union. A union of over 100 years. It's time to discuss. Even in marriages, they even have renewal, marriage renewal. So why can't we just sit down and discuss? So we should just take this opportunity, and it's a slap to we Southerners or indigenous people. For some people, visitors in our land to come and tell us to our face that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. It's a slap to us. Honestly, I keep asking, how can we sit down and somebody be telling us that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable? When I hear this, when I keep telling people, why are we keeping quiet to all these kind of things? So that's my take. We need to. The only thing they are scared of, the only thing the Fulani are scared of, is the disintegration of Nigeria. Even if we don't want to divide Nigeria, let's use it as let's put it on the table. You will see they will sit up.
Right.
That's the truth. That's my own thing.
Okay. All right, Mr. Goodman. Thank you. And thank you for sticking around.
Yeah.
Okay, please tune in very early tomorrow, Mr. Michael. It's be good to have you
To say one
on.
more thing, please.
Sorry, who is speaking?
It's me, please, George.
Okay, Mr. Christian, I saw your message, and I'll call on you. Just give me a minute to do my thing, okay, Mr. Christian. All right. Oh, on the screen we have details, and if you'd like to support us, that's there. You have just this few minutes to quickly do something about it, guys. So please, thank you. Joseph Oji, I think I truly got something today because you have been everywhere in the comment section, and it's good to see this engaging part of you. Do I need to say more of this? Well done. Your messages are seen, your voice is heard loud and clear, Joseph Oji. All right, Mr. Chris George.
Okay. I want to say one more thing. Why we Southern, especially South and Southeast, like we are held hostage in Nigeria. You see, I want some of our panels to brag something concerning that Port Harcourt seaports. After the war, there's something that done in that Port Harcourt by federal government because the economic power was taken by this region called Biafra, given to the western parts. Why? Because the federal,
Mr. Chris George, please, we are not talking about Biafra here. So if you want to keep me here because of Biafra, I'm sorry. I don't know, probably that will be a topic later in the evening or tomorrow, but We are done with
Okay.
newspaper review. Yes. Okay, Mr. Chris Judge. All right, all right. Joseph Oje, okay. All right, no problem, no problem, my brother, no problem. Guys, thank you very much for today. For one, I've had quite a good time with each and every one of you on the broadcast today. It has been educating. Yes, it has been educating. A little bit entertaining too, but there is definitely something to take home. And for all of this to not just end here with us, there is a need for you to invite someone, share this broadcast, like this broadcast massively, so that this message will travel. So other people also get to learn. I mean, that is the whole idea, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for newspaper review. And do not forget, we have the chat by 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Before then, this evening by 5 p.m., we have a discussion. You don't want to miss out on it. For the people who I didn't give enough time to say what they want to say, please come on in the evening and you have all the time to say everything you want to talk about. So, until I come your way tomorrow, you take care of you. Stay well, please. Extend an arm of friendship to someone. Be kind. Do something nice. Do something thoughtful for someone that is family, friend, or even stranger. Let's be good example of the Nigeria that that we are clamoring for. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye for now.